Here's why MCP is not designed for the future. I'm Hazem, a Microsoft AI MVP, and let's highlight why MCP isn't good by design. Models do not get smarter when you give them more tools. They get smarter when you give them a small subset of really good tools.
And MCP doesn't encourage that way of thinking. MCP encourages you to add 500 plus tools to a model and then nothing works anymore. Look here, this is a simple bracket. Under MCP, you start bolting on feature after feature. Chamfer tool, Boolean tool, parametric adjuster, constraint solver, on and on.
MCP as a protocol is smart, but the way it's engineered right now pushes you into a very heavy distributed control plane. Every simple workflow becomes a remote graph hub. That means more network boundaries, more coordination logic, and a much bigger blast radius when something fails.
Bad engineering. Literally, you're trading simple, local reasoning for a maze of orchestration, observability, and sandboxing just to run basic agent code. And there's a big gap in MCP. Auth. Yes, MCP don't have a unified auth. With tools that require different credentials, you end up with tools calling tools, each with its own credentials instead of a unified auth layer.
Let's talk about efficiency. People think MCP saves tokens, but in fact, with that architectural design, you burn thousands of tokens on tool schemas, context stuffing, and protocol chatter before your agent even does any real work for the user. And every added service in that control plane multiplies the blast radius.
The problem with MCP is debugging. When dealing with lots of tools, you're no longer tracing a simple function. You're chasing failures across a protocol layer, a sandbox, and remote servers. One flaky hop, and your whole agent looks unreliable.
The problem isn't the idea, it's the bad engineering.
A control plane this heavy means every extra service widens the blast radius. Debugging a failure, you're tracing hops across tools, sandboxes, tokens, until the cost of observability eclipses the job itself.
And the problem isn't the idea, it's the bad engineering. Even the company behind MCP, if you really listen, is indirectly admitting this architecture isn't future. Keep tools small, isolate credentials, and never put your core workloads behind.